But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Motion man is Schwartz.
Right.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long.
Oh, let's go. Here we go.
Now Fields. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Here's Love. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. Down the sideline he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lloyd. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Love looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. But he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now Love. Escapes the sack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Love now. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. It's hauled in by Shepard. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line.
Here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Easy. Here we go. Good night.
Here's Fields. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Here we go. Sit hard.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there. His third rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To throw now. Here's Love. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lloyd. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. Throwing. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 21-3 is your score after one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Now inside the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Love. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action this time with Love. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Still going.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Love from the gun. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Working out of the gun. Love. Out to the right here to Shepard.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They're going to try and throw.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
2nd and 10.
At the 43-yard line. Here we go. Alpha.
Here's Fields.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Play action. It's Fields. He's got this to Pickens.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Steelers just continue to roll.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Lloyd. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hey, Ken. Press, watch right.
Motion man is Schwartz.
Go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Back to throw. Fields.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Again, Fields.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Lloyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now.
And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. 49 yards.
And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Packers 17.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On play action, Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Cooper fast with the feet, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Marshawn Lloyd.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
22. Packers 24.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
To throw is Fields.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
No mas, no mas.
Now Fields.
And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Here we go, tonight. Delta. Go.
Here's Fields.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd.
Loose inside the 30.
And all the way down to the 25-yard line.
92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
A quick pass here. He's got Shepard.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Packers 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Don't jump. Ready? You got a mini base, right?
Now it's Fields.
Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. 23 yards the pickup there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Now the ball comes loose.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. How about this? Racing to the end zone.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's hauled in by Shepard. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here we go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he gets it down to the 32.
111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down at 7.
Here we go. Good.
Fields now to throw.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Here we go.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, son. Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Fields.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, son.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Play action this time with Love. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Love. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Going back to Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's got this down to the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Love now. He finds his man complete. That's Lloyd. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now 2nd and 9. Love. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Let's go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Don't jump. Ready?
Now a 2nd and 6.
All right.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. The ultimate speedster showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They loved it.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.